Hello and welcome to another brand new Unsourced Wall unboxing. Today we're taking a look at the recently released Shazam! Fury of the Gods Shazam action figure from DC Multiverse. And now, one thing about the Shazam series is that when the first movie came out, that was back when Mattel still had the license. So this is the first Shazam movie figure that's been made by McFarlane Toys. So that's really interesting. I'm really excited about that. And I have here, just for reference, the Black Adam hooded cape figure. Now, I didn't end up liking Black Adam at all, but I thought it'd be interesting because, given that the DCEU is basically headed for a reboot, probably never going to be a crossover, kind of be like the only way that these two properties ever sort of connect. So let's get this one open and see what's what. All right, so here we have him out of the box, and I have to say, he looks pretty great. Now, one thing with McFarlane Toys is that they've always been really great with detail, but as with their original kind of action figures from the 90s, the sort of posability and sort of playability of these things can be a lot to be desired. But I think Shazam, Zachary Levi, if you can tell by the face likeness, looks pretty great. Kind of fares pretty well. Got biceps, he's got shoulder pivots, he's got like a butterfly joint right there for the shoulders underneath the cape. And the cape is actually pretty lightweight. Now, one thing I will note about the hooded Black Adam figure that I didn't quite mention before was that the cape was this heavy, thick plastic. So when I read that review, I didn't realize how much of an issue that would be because the cape was so heavy that I could hardly stand up, but also the glue right here at the torso, where that joint is, it wasn't strong enough for the cape. So as it kept falling, the glue tore the torso off it, and I had to glue it back together. So it didn't break the joint, but the glue holding the two halves of the torso together, yeah, that carrot. But thankfully, it's better now, but that was really, really frustrating. And we say, scale-wise, I think this is feasibly accurate. Now, when they were side by side at Comic-Con, when they were like passing each other during the interview cues, they didn't really actually kind of talk or anything. It seems like maybe The Rock is not quite as, this much taller than Zachary Levi. And maybe Zachary Levi is a bit more kind of spindly looking as an action figure. But overall, I think that's really fun. And, like I said, the characters will never have like their own crossover film. It's nice to have them two paired up in such great kind of looking figures. Now, as for accessories, we have the requisite McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse action figure card. I do like, again, like with the Black Adam figure, it comes with original art. There was a time, and I think they're still doing this with a couple of figures, where it was just a photograph of the promotional pictures for the action figure. But I always prefer the original art because, if it's a trading card, you want something that's going to be unique, that's actually be collectible. And if you have the figure, why don't you want a picture of the figure, So that's nice. And he also comes with these two lightning effects, which I think the non-hooded Black Adam figure also came with. So that's great. If you don't have that figure, you can now kind of reuse these if you want. And they sort of just leverage themselves over like the wrists, I believe. Or is it over the open hands? Can never quite tell. They don't really look up instructions. And if you look at the back of the box, yeah, there's no instructions on how to place that. I think that you might have to like just leverage them, which the McFarlane Spawn figures come with like similar effects, but they're a lot more intuitive. You can tell what grip is meant to be where. So let's just see what happens when I put in these alternate hands. I'm going to have two different alternate hands so that he has one of each when it comes to fists and open palms, or at least more open, spread out hands. And let's see if the lightning effects fare any better here. And I think that's it. Where you see like this little kind of opening is where it fits right into the groove of the hand. Now, it's not like a tight grip, but I think that's really how you're supposed to place it. It's more of a leverage thing, which isn't bad, but it does limit just how fun it can be to actually even use these. And the other alternate hand he has is just the fists on the other hand. So you can have him flying with two fists, two open hands. And I think that's pretty much it, There's not much else to say. I do love this design in action figure form more than in live action. I think it looks really great as an action figure because you can see more of like the details and it doesn't look so dour or overcomplicated as a toy because action figures, and especially McFarlane action figures, they have that sort of aesthetic to them anyway. And I do really enjoy the cape. I do miss the hood. It's kind of a shame that Black Adam now has the hood. And with Mattel, they really did have like a little more simplistic action figures for movies and TV shows. So I think we had from Mattel like an entire Shazam family set that came out from them. And I don't know if McFarlane is going to do that, especially for a film where there's, kind of it's up in the air as to whether or not DC is expecting it to do any numbers. So this is the only action figure that they've kind of solicited as releasing, and it's out now. So I did my best. Hopefully the movie turns out to be well. I'm excited about it. I think David F. Sandberg and all the cast and crew did a great job in the first movie, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am. At the very least, it's nice to have like representation of that film, of all the work that went into making these films in action figure toy, kind of immortalized in plastic, as they say. And yeah, standing alongside Black Adam for the first and only time. So that's it. Let me know what you think below. Are you interested in seeing Shazam Fury of the Gods? Are you excited to get this toy? Is this something you're going to pick up for your collection? And yeah, maybe if you like Shazam or you didn't like Black Adam or vice versa, would you still pick up one or the other to complete this arbitrary set? But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and see you again next time. Thank you.